it's time to introduce a very special guest, founder and CEO of Iron Lady, Rajesh Bhatt. And he really stands out. He's one person that you cannot miss. He supports organizations in harnessing the power of women's leadership through India's #1 leadership platform for women called Iron Lady, which runs high impact business leadership programs for women based on
Namaskar.
art of winning, BHAG approach, and strength based excellence
Test.
approach. Iron Lady, over the last 15 years and more, has supported many of the Fortune 100 companies by enabling their women leaders to reach the top. Are women winning enough? Here's the art of winning by Rajesh Bhatt.
Namaskar. So, ladies are meant to be in the kitchen, correct? Women are meant to be in the kitchen. Women are meant to be taking care of basic things. Lady, don't be greedy. Now, I heard this thousands of times in our programs that if you are a lady, it is better that you are confined to the kitchen. Now, let me share the situations faced a couple of days by two women that I met. One of them was terminated from her company after being after being a graduate of IIM Ahmedabad and with 20 years of experience. She was terminated for no fault of hers. Another person, Smita, she just reached and or joined a new company with a new role at a salary of 1.2 crores. Now, what is the difference between these two people? I've seen a lot of people, women in technology come to me and say, you know what? I'm doing a lot of work in technology. I know technology. I understand technology. I know AI and so on and so forth. Yet, they don't progress. Now, if you look at the data, right? Data says that if you look at the bottom of the pyramid, right? If you look at entry level jobs, you will see a lot of women or 50% ratios. But the higher you go, you will realize that the ratios continue to keep going lower and lower and lower. Now, why does it happen? It happens because the higher that women try to reach, the bigger the challenges, bigger the politics, bigger the bias, bigger the glass ceilings that are hidden. So, how do you change the situation? I'm going to share with you all three things that each one of you women need to do so that you don't get into these kind of challenges that our IIM graduate got into. Right? The first is, how do you master war techniques? Now, what do you mean war? Why should women learn war? The reality is, women go through war like situations every day in their lives, starting from home, right? If you need to get into a job, it's almost like a war. You need to convince your family, your everybody surrounding that I'm worthy of going into a job and so on and so forth. Then you go to a workplace, then again there is a war. Why there is a war? Because the percentage of men and women, if you look at it, the higher you try to reach, you see very few women. And mostly, I can tell you, I have had participants and people and in almost every company, you name the company, Google, Microsoft, Walmart, you can name any company, I have had them. The percentage, because the percentage is lesser, they find less mentors, they find and you find so in order for you to conquer the corporate battles and the battles at home, you better get used to learning to fight and win more than even fighting. So why do you need to learn war? The reason why you need to learn war is not to fight but to win without even fighting. So that's the first challenge that I throw at you, that get used to winning and using the techniques of winning so that nobody derails you in your dreams. right? This is the first. Now, the second is how do you use your strengths to win in the world? Now, what does it mean? Now, if you look at men and women, men bring different strengths and women bring different strengths. Unfortunately, in the world, hardly the women's strengths are noticed and recognized. For example, I had a participant who says, Rajesh, I have a lot of gut experience. I have intuitively know that I can read the next level. I can talk about the ideas in the boardroom, but my ideas get ignored, and they'll tell me, you bring this data and you do this and do that and so on and so forth, because of which I'm not progressing. Now, what is the real strength of women? So if we really understand the strengths and the exceptional capabilities that women have and nurture them, enable them to understand the real strengths fully, express that, communicate it in the boardrooms, communicate it at the C-suite leagues, I guarantee you the world will change for women and the world will change overall. Right? So how do you enable women to lead with these strengths? Now, unfortunately, this is a often misunderstood concept. Sometimes people, companies tend to say I will do some assessment and then give you some report of what you're good in and so on and so forth. That doesn't work. We need to make sure that women understand deeply and powerfully their real strengths. Enable them to make strategies that nurture their ambitions and growth through smart tactical moves. Can we enable women to understand their strengths, make techniques or have techniques and strategies to move up the ladder week on week and month on month? That's what enables you to win. So understand your strengths, attack with your strengths, communicate your strengths, strategize using your strengths, and nurture your strengths every single day. The third technique is called, can you be shameless? Now, what do you mean shameless? Now, like I said in the beginning, right? If now I have heard so many people saying, you know what? I was told by people, anyway, your husband is working, why do you have to work? How many of you been told like this? Your husband is working, you don't have to work. Many of you, right? Anyway, your husband is working, right? And suppose you get married. Sometimes I've seen in homes, people act as if even if you are a double graduate, you may be a double graduate. But the expectation is that at home, you still continue to be a maid first, isn't it? You have to be a maid first, a dhobi first, a cook first, right? Whatever you code at office, you still have to make a round roti at home every day, right? So, unfortunately, this is a reality that almost every woman faces. Now, how do you enable women to make sure that she is moving towards winning every day? So let me tell you a goal that we have taken. We have taken a goal called, we will support 100 women to reach 1 crore plus yearly income benchmark. Is it an amazing goal? How many of you agree this is an amazing goal? And guess what? As of yesterday, we reached 92 women. How many women? 92 women we reached yesterday. This is latest yesterday. Smita's was the 92nd Iron Lady who reached the 1 crore plus yearly income benchmark. When I speak like this, people say, Rajesh is a mad fellow. This Iron Lady is a mad organization. Why? Why you are talking about women reaching 1 crore? You make them better, nicely balanced woman. Balanced woman means what? She should be taking care of the home, taking care of all the relatives being sick, taking care of everything, and taking care of the children first. Everything. After that, if there is 1% time left, then she can dream of her homes or her dreams, right? So this is an unfortunate reality in the world. Now, how do you enable women to be unabashedly going after their dreams, right? Now, I heard about 25-30% of our participants are from technology. They have gone on to become, many of them have gone on to become chief technology officers. I tell them, you may know technology, but do you know how to strategize using technology? Do you know how to create the big picture of what do people at the C-suite look at from using technology. If you continue to keep doing technology, I know technology, oh, I know technology. Unfortunately, for so many women, you may know technology, you may know AI, but you will still be considered as a frog in the well. Why? Because people at senior positions in the organizations speak a different language. The language they speak is a language of business, language of profit and loss, language of customer obsession, language of scale, language of expansion. Unfortunately, people in technology now, you may attend a lot of conferences. Of course, it's a beautiful conference. You may attend a lot of conferences, you may listen to a lot of people, but unless you start thinking, how am I going to communicate to the leaders at the high table about the strategic ideas I have, the business perspective I can bring, right? How can you speak to your super bosses about, how you are going to create that mega impact for the business? How are you going to scale your project? Unless you speak this language, unfortunately, the world will not even notice you. So women, after first 6, 7 years of experience in technology, they get stuck. So if you're getting stuck, you should reflect on this. You look at people at next levels, and I work with the senior most people in the industry, and I've seen that the higher you look at the next level and next level, next level, you will see lesser and lesser and lesser women. And many people make a mistake. They think, okay, it's because of maternity breaks that women take. It is not because the maternity breaks that women take. It is because women are not trained in negotiating, in communicating that business perspective, strategizing towards the big picture, speaking the language of the business, the scale and the impact, and so on. Now, this is where I'm talking about the shameless pitch. Can we inspire women to be unabashedly communicating their dreams, making those shameless pitches for bigger salaries, bigger hikes, bigger opportunities, bigger projects every single day? Can we create a world where women continue to keep winning every day? Right? So that's the conversation that we are communicating every single day. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to share this with you guys, everyone. By the way, many of people were asking, Rajesh, why are you wearing a sari? Let me share with you. This sari was inspired by my daughter. Right? I have a daughter who was 10 years when I first wore a sari. Now you can all check it out on TEDx, on YouTube. Right? You can just say Rajesh Bhatt and you will see the videos. And you can also check, those of you interested to know more, you can also go on the Iron Lady website and know more about the work we do. I was inspired by my daughter who said, Papa, can you wear a sari? People say that you are training women to be shameless, ask for bigger hikes, bigger salaries. Can you be shameless and show it to women that you are not just preaching, you are sharing as an example. So I wore a sari first time, and it was thank you. So it was in the beginning, it was quite embarrassing. A lot of people told me you are a joker, you are a this and so on and so forth. But I said, if my daughter is happy, if my mom, my wife, my mother-in-law, and my grandmother is happy, what else do I need? And if I can inspire one person to dream more and accomplish more and go higher, then I believe that it's a life worth living. And
Thank,
I'm looking forward to 7 more people who are going to read the 1 crore plus income more. And I look forward to seeing some of you. Thank you
thank,
so much. Thank
thank
you.
you, Rajesh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an inspiration.
Thank you.
If you need to wear a sari, you need to see Rajesh Bhatt.
Thank you.
He wears it so beautifully. Thank you so much. We have a small little gift for you.
Say you can't do that. Tied us down, now we combat. New gen in the face, we about that. Me plus